2 years had passed since they read his brother, his Miranda. Still they paint him as a neo-Nazi in bananas. Cause of the victims being black, stories hot like Tampa. As they use his heat to brainwash for propaganda. Randall himself, a former cop, was not popular. Slammed this girl, broke her spine to binoculars. After she spat in his face to no photographers. Took his gun badge, fired as an officer. A rainy dark cloud hangs, needs an umbrella. As his son is taken by his wife, Isabella. A year later, she remarries the ultimate provider, a Hollywood actor to his puzzlement. Turned to Jack for escape, he took all his pennies until he's introduced a call from a friend named Wendy, a Charles Manson fan who moved to Harrison from Jersey. Formed a group named White, declared the eyesight that is blurry. Wise, honorable, intelligent, triumphant entities they call themselves to expose the summon. Demonic puppets spreading lies to the public eye. Like they did the Randall next meeting, he dropped by. Got educated on why the group is euphemized. As his life inside the blue pill is eulogized. Taking the one that's red as his facts brutalize. The woke's feelings as their Twitter fingers scrutinize. Labeled him as a bigot as they snap like cameras. Account suspended for exposing all the Matrix glamour. Demonetized on YouTube for disrespectful grammar. According to Susan, just another white-lipped cracker. As Emmy Awards on his son starts to be bestowed. For his character that's gay, watched by those repos. Comes out in his speech, says he wants his gender revoked. As they clap, he's called a hero, only 6 years old. Brother gets convicted, sets him back like a recession. BLM cheers and further fuels their race obsession. As the opportunity to kill him wasn't squandered, found hanging in his cell, a sight very somber. As he's disrespected by his ex and husband Bruce. In the media, as they look perfect as Bruce. Till Randall says they're pedophiles, then they offer truce. As Randall gets receipts from children that they abused. They set him up accused of separating ligaments by putting bullets in the man that was cinnamon. With the motive, he's illegal, not a citizen. Held without bail, though we know he's innocent. Tried to shut him up for good, the corruptios. Beat him bad, left for dead for this Latino. Another inmate deadly like the shiv he's carrying. What makes him more deadly, he's killed by this Aryan.
Is that why they fear us?
Kill this fellow, is dead on
They fear us because we have the power to kill arbitrarily.
Became an Aryan cause he was not inferior. Like how he's viewed in the world, he's superior. As it's tattooed all over his exterior. Tells Randall he's a fan of his criteria. Met his gang faster than a car accelerator. Reminded them of Hitler with his plan, legislature. Uncomfortable, not his intention. Felt like a failure. Found it crazier than Black Friday retailers. But the more he hangs around in their confines, the more he felt the hate that he began to confide. To the point where the OGs had contrived and escaped as they slowly killed his contrite. Began reading, doing push-ups inside his cage. Thinks about his son when in his bunk and back is laid. Who's being dressed as a girl to erect the marks. All the Stevens and Johnnies for movie parts. His masculinity being stripped has him conflicted. Doesn't want to change, cares less if it's uplifting. And elevate his stepdaddy by this much %. As his mother only cares if this will make some checks. As they join in hating Trump, adding to that margin. Pander to the oppressed black as part of the bargain. Believing all women so their pockets are starving. Marching with the gays and they are against arming. Supported Jussie Smollett when he was talking greasy. Even used it to shit on Randall so cheesy. Quiet though when he got arrested like Wheezy. And his lie was exposed like a bitch that's sleazy. His new counsel gets all his charges withdrawn. He is free with uproar, louder than applause. And his son's addressing Cali, which is more valued. A present from his new lawyer as he flew that route. Sniped them in their mansion yards from their doorknob. While their nanny was out shopping doing her job. With his son who doesn't know about their murdered mom. As he's lured away by his dad and they drive off. He shaves his head bald and makes him a boy again. As he's reported missing all over CNN. Unrecognizable even when grandma is murdered. As a house is set on fire and the shit's a burner, a bunch of blacks stand outside chanting their life matters. As Randall's brought to tears cause he lost his mother Anna. Back at home he hugs his son in pure silence. Randall's eyes wear a stare that is brick and violent. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, came unto him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Isaiah 38:1.